Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Aradhayo Bhagavan Vrajeshavtanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Vakalpita. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam pramanamamalam prema pumartho mahan Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu matamidam tatradharana paraha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Kṛṣṇa Prishthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Caitanya Ishwaram Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vasudeva Paraveda Vasudeva Paramakha Vasudeva Parayoga Vasudeva Parakriya Vasudeva Param Jnanam Vasudeva Param Tapa Vasudeva Parodharmo Vasudeva Paragati. Namaste Girirajaya Govardhaniti Namini Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramanandadaine Antaya Madre Abala Haridasa Varyo Yadrama Krishna Charana Sparasha Pramoda Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayorya Paniya Suvasya Kandara Kandamulai. Hare Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for joining. Baldev Siva Prabhu, Subal Gopal Prabhu, Ruby Mataji, Varun Prabhu, Shrama Mataji, Nikant Prabhu. Thank you so much for your wonderful association on this wonderful day of Ekadashi. Madhavatithi Bhakti Janani Yatane Palanakori. On this special day of Madhav Tithi Ekadashi is extra mercy of the Lord. And in those days, to read Bhagavatam in the association of devotees is very, is a great blessing. We're so blessed, fortunate, and grateful to get this chance. It's no easy thing. So thank you for your time, attention, and joining this Bhagavatam study group. We are reading the beautiful pastime of Lord Shri Krishna from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 25. Entitled Lord Shri Krishna lifts Govardhan hill, and therefore his name is Giridhari. And so far we have read till text number 7, where Lord Indra, who is the very respectable position in the heavenly planets, he is in charge for the water department, and not only that, he is the head of the demigods as well. Therefore, his name is Indra. It's very powerful. Indra means king also. Like Vrajendra. The king of Vraja is Vrajendra, referring to Nanda Maharaj. So, Indra was very angry. First we discussed he was in his thoughts, right? He was thinking, oh, this, and then he said harsh words too. Right? You remember that we discussed this in great detail in text number 5. Yes. Vachalam balisham sthabdam agyam panditamanina. He's a innocent, he's a foolish child, arrogant, ordinary mortal human being. And all these gopas are listening to him. Let me teach them a lesson. Let me teach them what they have done. They have disrespected me, and as a result, they have to face the consequences. He called out for samvartaka. So first, from thoughts to words, words to action, he start to cause havoc, and called up all the samvartaka clouds. Let's go to the village and kill all the cows and destroy all the villagers, the cowherd community headed by Nanda Maharaj. So let's see whether he was successful in his plan or what happened in between. The scene is that Indra, on his elephant Airavat, along with his team, he is very powerful, along with his great team of Samvartaka clouds and all his entourage, are heading full speed, lightning speed. That's where the word lightning comes. Lightning speed, headed towards Raja. Śrī Shuka Itham Bhagavatam Itham Bhagavata-sevayā Megha Nirmukta Bandhanai Nanda Gokulam Ashray Pidayam Asur Ojasa. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, Bhakti-Vinod Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Shukdev Goswami said, on Indra's order, the clouds of universal destruction released untimely from their bonds went to the cowherd pastures of Nanda Maharaj. There they began to torment the inhabitants by powerfully pouring down torrents of rain upon them. Purport: the Samvartaka cloud could cover the entire earth with a single vast ocean. With great strength, these clouds began flooding the simple land of Raja. Wow, it's beautiful. So the word here used is untimely. Untimely. These Samvartaka clouds, they have a time. The time is at the universal devastation, pralay, in annihilation, same. And they can cover the whole earth. At the max, we read about, oh, there are floods, 2 feet of water, 5 feet of water, 10 feet of water, but nothing more than that, right? This can cover even the Mount Everest will be like submerged in water. The biggest of the, mountain peaks, or the, one can go the highest point. Like when there's flooding, people say, oh, let's go to the second floor, right? So at least the second floor will be safer. Or let's go to a building which is more secure, more strongly built, shelter places, etc., etc. But there was no hope. Like if entire earth is submerged with water, these were the clouds which were sent. And therefore it's mentioned they were untimely released. And that's how our anger could be. If we don't have control over ourselves, we don't have spiritual qualities, we will release our anger untimely. Timely means proper utilization of anger. Like the father can be sometimes show anger. Even Lord Chaitanya's father was angry upon him at times. But that's not that they'll start beating him or, like black and blue. We have to always think, am I using anger or am I being used by anger? Then we can see who is under whose control. If we are under the control of anger, then anger is using us. Then whatever will come out of the mouth or hands or, facial expressions, everything will be inappropriate, untimely. And we'll just blast inappropriate things. So that's what happened. Indra lost his temper. And Indra is just a wire medium, as we have discussed multiple times, to teach all of us this lesson, how to not do. Scriptures teaches both things, what to do and what not to do also. Indra, being such a great devotee, such an elevated position, can also succumb to these things. So in Hindi they say, "To hum kis khet ki mooli hai," right? So we are not great persons who say, okay, I am free from anger, I am free from pride. Now Kṛṣṇa is showing, Baba, Indra, look at Indra. He can succumb to all these things. So be alert, be careful, be watchful. A devotee should always be alert so that we don't commit mistakes. We don't succumb to these false pride. We don't speak untimely or release anger untimely or talk anything untimely. So here a few things, the anger or the clouds were released untimely, and they were torrential, like they could cover the whole earth. It was not just mild breeze or some, they had lot of power, ojasa, with full power on the simple village. So the simple village of Raja was being overpowered with this torrents of very powerful rain. And that's how, Maya's attacks are. Maya's attacks are very powerful. The heart is simple, and we'll see if we take shelter of Kṛṣṇa, then we can be protected, as the Vrajvasis will be. We all know the story. So the heart is a simple place, simple, but with the onslaught of Maya, if we do not take shelter, then we'll be lost. But if we take shelter, our simple heart will also be protected. So they began flooding the simple land of Raja. Any other thoughts, comments here before we move to the next verse? Any additions anyone has? Okay, text 9. Anyone would like to read this?
I can read for you. How to devotees don't pranam or Vishnu Prabhupada, text 9. Vidat mana viddu divhi stana stanato stanayoi nubhi divhar marud ganoi nunna babashur jalo shor kara. Translation purport by the devotees of his divine guest, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada and his devotees ki joy. Translation: propelled by the fearsome wind gods, the clouds blazing with lightning bolts and roared with thunder as they hurled down hailstones. Purport: Srila Sridhar Swami explains that the word Morud Ganoi indicates that 7 great winds such as Aboho, who presides over the regions of Bhuvaloka, and Prabhoho, who holds the planets in the places. So in previous verses, we read that not only the rain god, also he took the help of the wind god, the Indra. So both rain and wind, so tormenting the Brajo. And as per Sridhar Swami, we know that 7 great winds, and 2 was mentioned here, Abaho and Prabaho. Abo is the location precise about the region of Bhuvaloka, the upper planets, and Prabaho who holds the planets in their places. So that is their different type of winds and their actions. Back to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So, as we have discussed earlier also, that when there is either hot temperature or very cold temperature, when strong winds accompany it, it becomes even harsher. So this Marudgana, Maruti, right? You all know, is basically wind. Am I audible? Sorry, there was a network issue, I guess, on my end. Is it audible now? Okay.
Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So there are different kinds of winds, as mentioned here: avaha, pravaha, nivaha, purvaha, samvaha, etc. And these are, we may not even have experience of these, like how are all the planetary systems held in their place? As mentioned here, pravaha holds these planets in their place. Now it's beyond our comprehension, right? Because we don't even know what is Bhuvarloka. Even modern day scientists, they don't talk about it, right? They'll talk about landing on the moon, landing on the Mars, buying property on the Mars. People are booking their property on the Mars, Prabhuji. Did you know that, Subal Gopal Prabhu? Maybe there is more opportunity for you. It's the craziness, right? It's craziness. But anyways, there are 14 planetary system. Bhuvar, Swa, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satya, etc. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Patal, Rasatal, Mahatal, etc. Lower planets, upper planets, and there are different kinds of winds. Basically, we all know that upper planets means more powerful. They have more everything, more age, more strength, more beauty, more everything. So their winds are also very powerful. And Indra is actually the head, you can say. So basically he caught all these best of the best soldiers, right? He caught his best troops, Marudgana. Gana means troop or group. He caught his best troops to cause havoc and destroy. So,
Do you have photo frames? Photo frames.
okay. So he got his best troops to basically cause havoc to Vrajavasis. That's the intensity. Now we have discussed that they didn't say anything to Indra. They didn't try to cause harm. They didn't try to go to his place and steal his food or something. All they did was stopped an offering. And other millions of people might be doing offering anyways in other parts of the country and other world, right? It was just one simple area. They stopped offering. So that was the the kind of envy inside the heart of Indra. Any other thoughts? Text 10. Let's read next verse.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, devotees, and Nityaṁ from Vishnu Śrī Caitanya, text 10. Stuna varshadhara Jatsva aprashve abhikshana Jalobha palvayamana bur nadrastya
nato natam. Translation by the disciples of his divine grace, Śrī Prabhupada. As the clouds released torrents of rain as thick as massive columns, the earth was submerged in the flood, and high ground could no longer be distinguished from low. Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji. So as you rightly explained, Indra, had his best of Samvattaka clouds, and as Prabhu said, even the wind god, he took it because he was Indra, the lord of the gods, the demigods. So he was trying to use all his power, on the tiny village of Vrindavan, which is tiny but very special. Thank you, Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Columns of rains. Can we imagine? In India, we may have seen these ice, big columns of ice. Anyone has seen? Right? Just imagine if it falls on our head or even leg or any, how will we feel? We'll be like that, right? Just if it falls. And the best of these like columns of pillars of rains falling. And it's mentioned that the high, low, when everything is filled with water, right? Like a pool, can we tell if it's 4 feet deep or 20 feet deep or 400 feet deep? Can we tell if it's, surface is water? Just by seeing, we cannot tell, right? So 4 feet pool from the surface might appear same, 20 feet or 50 feet, they'll all look same. That's the point here, because it was all full of water. So, you could not even distinguish what's high area, what's low area, because that was the intensity. These clouds had covered all the areas. The earth was submerged in the flood. And certainly very, very big havoc for the whole Raja. Yes, next verse, text 11. Anyone wants to read? Lakshay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Text 11. Ati vatena pashavo jata vepanaha gopa gopyascha shittarta govindam sharanam yayu. Translation. The cows and other animals shivering from the excessive rain and wind, and the cowherd men and ladies pained by the cold, all approached Lord Govinda for shelter. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Very nice verse. This is a beautiful verse. Ati ashara, ati ashara, ati vatena. So ati, both, the word used is ati. Ati means excess. Excess in like abundance, overwhelming amount of rain. Asara, varsha, right? You can link with this word varsha. Or Vat we all know. Vat is wind, right? Kapha, Vata, Pitta. Pashavaha. Pashu, the plural is Pashvaha. Jata, Vepanaha, trembling. All the others as well, not just the animals. Gopa, Gopyas, Cha, Shitarta. Sita, Arta. All the gopis, the cowherd men, the cowherd ladies, etc. they were troubled. They were trembling, they were troubled. Because of what? Shita. Shita means it was so cold. If you imagine columns, solid like hailstorms, it was so cold, like columns of ice falling, and they were distressed. So what did they do? When the columns of ice and troubles come, what do we do? The Vrajavasis are teaching, the Pashus are teaching, the animals of Vrindavan are teaching, the cowherd ladies and the cowherd boys are teaching, Govindam Sharanam Yayuhu. We should take shelter of Sri Govinda. Troubles will come in everyone's life. This is a classic example of Duryodhana and Arjuna. We all know this story. When the war was about to begin, both of them approached Kṛṣṇa to seek for help. Duryodhana asked for Krishna's energy, and Arjuna asked for the Supreme Lord, Govinda. It's a beautiful verse. Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate nanyam tvat abhayam pashye yatra mrityu parasparam. Right? When Mata Draupadi was in distress, she tried to ask for help from family members, teachers, grandfather, husbands. No one could help. Ultimately, hey Govinda, hey Gopal, please protect me. I'm yours. Govindam Sharanam Yayuhu. It's like plural. They all went to Govinda's Sharan. Govindas. They all went to Govindas. They all went to Lord Govinda to take his shelter. Uttara Mata spoke when Brahmastra was approaching, let I take your shelter. When Mrityu Paraspara, when death is face to face, no one else can protect. Only Lord Govinda can protect. Duryodhana, and this is a sign of a devotee and non-devotee. Non-devotee tries to take shelter of his or Krishna's energy, Maya energy. Oh, in the time of distress, my money will save me. Oh, my bank balance will save me. Oh, my degrees will save me. Oh, my sons or daughters or husband or wife or this or that will save me. No. There's only one and only one hope, shelter, Lord Govinda. And we all know that. If doctors could rescue, then no one should die in hospital, because in hospital doctors are there. Correct? If money could rescue, then rich people should never die or have any problem. Right? If beauty could rescue, then those who are beautiful should not have any difficulty, physical, mental, emotional. So in short, or if a country could save, some people say, oh, this is my dream country, or this is my dream job. Does that help? It's momentarily some flickering pleasure, but after that, it becomes a cause of misery. So in short, there is only one shelter. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Lord Krishna says that. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. And Vrajavasis are showing by their example, Govindam ekam sharanam. Govindam sharanam yayuhu. They all went, Shukdev Goswami is saying, they all went to Lord Govinda's shelter. When we are troubled by anything, either Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Atmik, any form of difficulty, Akama Sarva Kama Va Moksha Kama Udaradi, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajita Purusham Param. We should take shelter of Krishna only, whether we have this desire or that desire or this problem or that problem, any problem. Like Dhruva wanted kingdom, he was agitated by his stepmother. That's fine. He went to Kṛṣṇa. Draupadi approached Kṛṣṇa. Kunti Mata approached Kṛṣṇa. Pandavas approached Kṛṣṇa. Prahlad Maharaj approached Kṛṣṇa. And whoever approached Kṛṣṇa, they were always happy and grateful. And they were successful in the real goal of life. Whether they had some desires or no desires or pure bhakti desires. Even Putana, we discussed the other day. Actually, we're discussing in the kids' class. Sorry, I get confused. Yeah, we were talking about Putana, how forgiving Kṛṣṇa is. Someone came to kill him, and he said, okay, you become my mother. Oh, can we imagine the height of his mercy? Who will do that? So, this is a beautiful verse. We should always take shelter. And it was not that they were debating or who shelter, or they were criticizing why all this had to happen, why Kṛṣṇa, became like a wrench in the plan and, changed our plan, and everything was going fine till a few hours back, and suddenly like look at the havoc. No, they all happily went there. They had full faith in Kṛṣṇa. That's their pure love. Any other thoughts, comments here? Text 12, anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Can I read? Hare Krishna devotees, Dhanvat Pranam. Text 12. Sirasutangscha kayena prachadya sarapiditaha depamana bhagavataha padamūlamupājaju. Translation and purport by the disciple of His Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Trembling from the distress brought about by the severe rainfall and trying to cover their heads and calves with their own bodies, the cows approached the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here in this verse, it is mentioned when all the Vrajavasi and all the cows are in trouble, they all fully surrender to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Back to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Shukdev Goswami is not just telling, okay, they took shelter, but so graphically, as if we are there. He's like describing in so much detail. Shiram Sutah. Shiram Sutan. Chakayena Shira. Right? Shira means head. Sutta, child, right? So they were covering what? Their heads and their children by their bodies. Right? So maybe someone is holding the child in one hand and in the head, because imagine like head is like the most sensitive organ. Like that's why we wear like helmet while driving two-wheeler, because if like someone gets a hand injury, they'll recover after some time. Even leg injury, they'll recover, but head injury could be very dangerous. They may never recover. If the head is, even if a finger is gone, still the body will function. But if head is gone, that's so they're covering, like imagine, because it's like a hailstorm. Imagine if sometimes it has happened in here also, like big blocks of, not big balls of ice falling. And if someone is on the road, what will they do? What will we do? If we are in an open field, suddenly, big balls of ice are falling. What will we do? Just imagine ourselves there. Then we'll be able to empathize. We'll be able to go in the pastime, right? And children are more sensitive. So they're trying to protect the children and, like cuddle them or kind of like use their body to protect the child's body. And also with their hands or whatever way, they're trying their best to, as they're approaching Kṛṣṇa, as they're approaching the lotus feet, pada moolam, right? Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet. Mula means base, the base of the lotus feet. So this is our real shelter, Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet. Whenever we take darshan, we start with the pada mula, or from Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet. And this is the hope and shelter for all of us. The Vrajavasis are showing. So approaching Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet. That we can see in this verse. And also we see that the love of the parents towards the children, the love of mother cows towards their calves. Even in the time of distress, they are not like ignoring. They're not. The mother cow loves the baby 1,000 times more than a human mother loves her baby. That's come multiple times. So this is Vedic culture. This is Vraj. And this is what we should also try to follow. So they approach the Supreme Lord, bhāgavata-sevayā. These are the key words. Any other thoughts, comments in this text anyone has? Let's read next verse.
Can I read
Anyone?
for you?
Yes, please, Franz.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Dhanavad Pranam. Bhagavad Shishya Prabhupada, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Jai. Text 13. Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa Mahābhāga Tvan Natham Golokam Prabho Kratum Arhasi Devan Naha Kupita Bhaktavatsala. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Translation purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Prabhupada devotees ki jai. The cowherd men and women address the Lord. Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa, O most fortunate one, please deliver the cows from the wrath of Indra. O Lord, you are so affectionate to your devotees. Please save us also. Purport. At the time of Lord Kṛṣṇa's birth, Garg Muni had predicted Anena Sarva Durgani Yayum Agnyasa Tarishyata. But by his grace, you will easily cross beyond all difficulties. The residents of Vrindavan were confident that in such a great emergency, Lord Sri Narayana would empower Kṛṣṇa to protect them. They accepted Kṛṣṇa as everything, and Kṛṣṇa reciprocated their love. Thank you, Prabhuji. Please explain, Prabhuji. It's very much like it explains that whole translation, explains it, and even the words in the text also describes who we have to go to for mercy, and it's always whom we have to remember and continue to chant his name. So please add more to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for reading this wonderful verse. So now Shukdev Goswami is describing what are they speaking. So this verse is basically spoken by the cowherd community, both the men and the women. They're like calling out for protection, vandanam, right? Like a prayer. Our chanting of Hare Krishna is also like that. Kṛṣṇa, You are most fortunate. Please deliver me from the wrath of Maya, from the wrath of my own shortcomings, from the wrath of material attachment, from the wrath of lust, anger, greed, envy. All these are like pillars. It's spoiling my consciousness. It's tormenting my consciousness. It's flooding my bhakti is getting drowned, right? In these hailstorms, in this ferocious winds of the material world. Please protect me. I'm running towards you. I'm trying to call your name. This should be our mood while we are trying to call. And also addressing Kṛṣṇa as bhāgavata-sevayā. Vakshasthala sthita. What is calf, right? That's one meaning, right? And other meaning is vakshasthala sthita. That means vaksha is like the mother holds the baby like this, right? Very close to her heart or her chest. Because the baby is very dear to the mother. The calf is very dear to the mother cow. And Kṛṣṇa loves us more than millions and zillions of mothers put together. Therefore, he's called Bhakta-Vatsala. He loves his devotees. In this verse, there is also mention of Garga Muni's, that how he had predicted in the 10.8.16 that by taking shelter, this child will always be auspicious, and by his grace you will surpass all difficulties. By his grace you'll surpass all difficulties. Anen sarva durgani. Sarva durgani. Lakshya Prabhu, something ringing in your head? Sarva durgani. From the Bhagavad Gita, which we recently covered in the kids class. Majjitta. Yeah, you know that?
Majjitta sarva durgani matprasadatta rishyasi.
Atha cheta.
Atha cheta to sarva, I think was it?
Atha chetvam ahankara.
Nashoshasi vinashasi.
Vinanshasi. So the same verse or very similar verse comes in the Bhagavad Gita also. That if one takes my shelter, Majjitta sarva durgani. If you take shelter of me, Bhagavad Gita 1858, sarva durgani. Durga means difficulties. You'll be free from all difficulties. Mat prasad. By my mercy, you'll be free from all the difficulties. But atha, if you do not act so, and you act by your own ahankara, by your own false ego, na shroshasi, na vinanshasi, you will be destroyed, you'll be lost. So Kṛṣṇa is giving here that we should take his full shelter. And in multiple times he says in the Bhagavad Gita, Man bana bhav mad bhakto, right? Those who are my devotees very dear to me, become my devotee, right? Multiple times in the Bhagavad Gita. For our own good. It's not that he has a shortage of devotees or he needs servants. Therefore, he's begging us, oh, please become my servant. No, for our own good. Because if we do so, we'll be free from all difficulties. Here, Vrajavasis took shelter of Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa Mahāprabhu. Kṛṣṇa Mahāprabhu. Oh, most merciful. Maha means big. Kṛṣṇa. When we really want some help from someone, we'll call multiple times, right? Therefore, in Hare Krishna Mahamantra also we're calling Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, right? You know, when we are really in a vulnerable situation, you really need help, we'll not say, hey, Prabhuji, can you help me? Right? We'll say, Prabhuji, really, I need help. There's a big something. I need, like, there's a fire going on or something. He'll call multiple times, right? Come fast, come, right? That's the repetition to emphasize how much sincerely we are looking. They're looking, Kṛṣṇa, the Kṛṣṇa, only you are our help. You are the most fortunate one. Mahabhago. Tvan Nathan Gokulam Prabhu. You are the Tvat Nathan. So beautiful, right? You are, whose master is yourself. That means he has no other master. He is the master of everyone. Is it not? Sarva Ishvara Ishvara. Indra is the master for some people, some demigods. But is he the supreme master? No. That's what the lesson he'll get later. But he's not a supreme master. Who is the supreme master? Tvat Nathan. That means he has no other master than himself. Whose master is his own self. Gokulam Prabhu. And he is the master of the Gokul community. Prabhu, oh our dear Lord, oh our, kindly protect the Gokula. Kindly protect Arhasi Devat. From whom? From whom? Devat, Indra. Kupitat, who's angry, who's very agitated, who's upon whom? Upon us. Nah. So let's try to memorize this verse. Let's pay some attention with our eyes and our ears, and we'll recite it a few times. I think you all can memorize it in the next few minutes, right? And it's a beautiful way to call out. We may not have Indra's sharp torrential rain, but we could have any other torment in our life. It could be as troublesome to us as the torrential rain. It's okay to approach Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Mahabhago, Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Mahabhaga, Tvannātham Gokulam Prabhu, Tratum Arhasi Devāna, Kupitad Bhakta-vatsala. We'll do a little bit more drill down in this verse. In the first verse, the Brajvasis are calling and they're glorifying Kṛṣṇa. What attribute? In the first verse, they're saying, they're talking on the first line, sorry, that you are the most fortunate. And in the last, they're talking about Kṛṣṇa's, he's so dear to his devotees. And in the second line is also about Kṛṣṇa. And the third line is about Indra, from whom they're asking protection from. Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Mahāprabhu, that's the first line, easy to remember. Kupitad Bhakta-vatsala. So Kupitad has to link here, right? Deva nah Kupitad. He's angry. This Indradev is very angry upon us. Tratum arhasi. Please protect us. Tvannātham Gokulam Prabhu. So, O most fortunate one, please deliver the cows from the wrath of Indra. You're so affectionate to your devotees. Please save us also. Okay, let's recite it a few times. It will go deeper in our minds and our hearts. Who would like to recite this verse? Anyone?
Yes, Prabhu. No.
Sure, yeah, Varun Prabhu. And then a few devotees can recite, yeah. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Mahabhag, Tavan Natam Gokulam Prabhu, Tratum Arhasi Devam Nah, Kupitad Bhakta-vatsala.
Very nice. For memory, it's best to try to make it like a song, right? Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Mahabhaga, Tvannātham Gokulam Prabhu, Tratum Arhasi Devana, Kupitad Bhakta-vatsala. Because songs are easier to remember than sentences, right? So very nice, bro. Maybe a few more can also recite. Anyone?
Prabhuji, can I try?
Go ahead, Mata.
Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa Mahābhāga Tvarnatam Gokulam Prabhu Tatrum Arhasi Devana Kupidat Bhakta Vatsala.
Wonderful. Thank you. Who else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I would like to.
Yes, please.
Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tvannatam Gokulam Prabhu Tattam Arhasi Devana Kupita Bhakta Vatsala. Thank you.
Wonderful. Anyone else also try?
Krishna Prabhuji. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tonatham Gokula Prabhu Tatur Maharshi Devana Kupitat Bhaktavaschala.
Wonderful. Anyone would like to try without seeing it? Try. It's okay. Krishna Krishna Mahabhag, right? That's at least hope everyone got this one, right? At least 1/4. Yes, Sharanya Mataji wants to try.
I'll try, Prabhuji.
Good. Yes.
Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa Mahābhāga Tvarnatam Gokulam Prabhu Tatrum Arhasi Devana Kupidat Bhakta Vatsala.
Oh, Haribo. Wonderful. Wonderful. Anyone else? Yes. See, now it's not that hard. You all have great potential.
Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tonatham Gokulam Prabhu Tatur Maharshi Devana Kupitat Bhaktavaschala.
Vatsala. Wonderful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else wants to try?
Prabhuji, there's a very one close verse, 10:19:9, that I can repeat, but it's very close to this. Krishna Krishna Mahavir He Rama Amoga Bikram Dabagna Dhamanam Prapannas Tatum Arhata. So here also Prapannas, the word is here. Right? Tatum Arhata, to save, and Krishna Krishna Mahavir.
Very nice. Mahavira, Mahabharata, yeah. Very nice. There's another, basically, another verse which is, so everywhere, basically, any danger, any time, any difficulties, whether it's the forest fire, or in this case, another beautiful verse, 10:17-23. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga He Rama Amita Vikrama Esha Ghor Atmo Vahanis Tavakan Grasate Hinaha. O Lord of all opulences, Mahabhaga, O Rama, possessor of unlimited power, He Rama Vikrama, Amita Vikrama. He Rama Amita Vikrama, unlimited power, endless power, Vikrama. Esha Ghoratama, this is terrible fire. In this case, the fire is bothering them. In the other case, the water was, devouring them. No, same us, right? So please protect us from this fire. So anytime, any danger, any difficulty, as we are reading here, whether it's this verse as Baldev Prabhu quoted, in this case also, there was a forest fire bothering them. There were multiple forest fires. So you whose power never fails, same as endless power, right? They're calling Krishna and Balaram. Amogha, Amita, same thing, right? So all these go hand in hand. Yeah. But I'm not surprised, because Mataji's, Krishna says, I am memory in women. right? Smriti. So they naturally have faster ability to memorize, which is good. Using it for Krishna's service is very nice. But the Prabhus can also learn. It may take a little extra work, but it's not impossible either. Kṛṣṇa Mahāprabhu, oh most fortunate one, Kṛṣṇa. Tvannathan Gokulam Prabhu. You are the master of all the Gokulvasis. We are distressed, right? So first glorification and then submitting our request. Please protect Arhasi, please protect us. From what? From this Indradev, who is very kupita, right? And you are Bhaktavatsala. Tratum Arhasi Devana Kupitad Bhaktavatsala. Tratum Arhasi Devana Kupitad Bhaktavatsala. Kṛṣṇa Mahābhāga. And just doing it multiple times. Kṛṣṇa Mahābhāga. Kṛṣṇa Mahābhāga. Tvannathan Gokulam Prabhu. Tvannathan Gokulam Prabhu. Tratum Arhasi Devana. Tratum Arhasi Devana. Kupitad Bhakta Vatsala. Kupitad Bhakta Vatsala. Then it becomes easy. Repetition. Repetition is the really, mother of success and father of mastery. Mother of memory, I think, sorry. So, yes, maybe one or two devotees want to recite this verse or share any comments. We won't read more. But here, the mood is where we are pausing, that they're earnestly approaching Kṛṣṇa. Ekanishtha, right? No here, no there. They're not saying, Indra, please forgive us. No. We're sorry. We submit to you, right? No one is saying that. All unanimously, Kṛṣṇa Mahāprabhu, right? You protect us. Tratum Arhasi, from this Deva, who is very, very kupita. You protect us because you are the Lord and Master. Tvannathan Gokulam Prabhu. You're the Lord and Master of there's no master superior to you. And so please protect your Gokula, your cows, your community, Gokula, Prabhu, our Master. So any thoughts, comments, or anyone wants to recite this verse?
So, Prabhuji, reading this translation, actually, it came to my mind, the question came that the Brajavas already knows Krishna is the Supreme Lord, but the purport is cleared that very beautifully, that they know Krishna can protect, but empowered by Sri Narayana. They still think Krishna is the one of them, but empowered by Sri Narayana. So I thought, okay, how come they know Krishna is the Lord? Because they never see Krishna as a Lord. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, even I got a doubt actually. I mean, when Krishna was born, we heard that the whole universe was happy. There were, flowers showering, and everybody literally knew the Supreme Personality of Godhead was born. And in that, even Indra will be there, right, Prabhuji? Why did he do this? Is it like a lesson for us? Or forgetfulness due to the position? Our ultimate position is what we forget. I'm just trying to understand that, Prabhuji.
Yes, so we have to take in that mood. Yes, Indra is Krishna's devotee, and Krishna uses his devotees to teach us a lesson. That even a person like Indra at such a respectable position, is vulnerable to fall. So you're absolutely correct. Indra himself actually went to ask with Brahma and Shiva. They all went, Indra, and at the and sang Purusha Shukta at the Shweta Sagara, right? And Lord Shri Vishnu said that yes, I'll come. And then, as you said, when he was in the womb of Devaki, they all came, offered prayers. But still, forgetfulness, yes. So Kṛṣṇa is using Indra as a medium to teach all of us these lessons, that we should be very, very careful and on guard. And on guard. What to speak of this? Later, Indra commits one more mistake, right? After having this whole Govardhan Lila, he comes and begs forgiveness and whatnot, and everything is the issue is settled down. But then, the Parijata story again, he starts to fight with and say, hey, you can't take it. It belongs to me. I'm the proprietor of this plant. Then again forgot who is the master. So that's a situation of a jiva too. We know we forget Krishna's greatness, and the desire to be great is very deep rooted in our heart, right? The desire to be the Lord and the Master. Is that okay, Mata?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you for explaining it. Thank you.
Yes, Shurma Mataji has a comment or some thought.
Prabhuji, can I recite the verse?
Sure,
Looking at it, I
please.
cannot do it without it.
Sure, Mataji.
Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Vannatham Gokulam Prabhu Ratumarhasi Devanam Gopitan Bhaktavatsala. Thank you, Prabhuji. It's very beautiful.
Wonderful. So those who feel inspired, please try to memorize this verse, and some of you already did. Just recite it 10 times by tomorrow, and it will be in your heart forever.
We learned a nice verse on Ekadashi, Prabhuji.
You learned nice words. Are you referring to this one?
Yes, this one, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you're very fast. You were the first to memorize, so you have a lot of potential. You can memorize the hundreds of verses, Mataji. Really.
Haribo.
Yeah, full permission. Actually, scriptures give full permission. Prabhupada gives full permission. Acharyas give full permission. That we should. Right? And if you memorize, your kids will memorize, everyone will memorize. So, and then our mind will be full and we'll become mindful of Krishna, of all these verses. So become mindful. Like this is when we fill our mind with bhakti verses, then we'll become really mindful. When we'll fill our mind with material crap, movies, parties, other things, I'm not talking about you, but general, then that will be in our mind, right? That will go, correct? If we have a lot of verses, then verses will go in our mind. Very simple. Whatever we input, that will stay. So we'll pause here and continue tomorrow. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagadguru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samvita Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripasindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very powerful.
Hare Krishna.
Last week.